When you first hear about nuclear energy, the first thing that often comes to mind are negative things associated with the word nuclear. That is because it mainly gets its attention from the media reporting how nuclear power plants in foreign countries could be targeted or be used when countries have high tensions against one another to create weapons to use one another. But amidst all the commotion, nuclear energy could be very important to us in the future. It is a very reliable form of energy production, and when used by the right people for the right things, it could be used to generate enough power to run major cities for a very low cost. One thing that makes nuclear energy so reliable is that nuclear power plants are typically require less maintenance and to operate for longer stretches of time, because they generally need to be refueled and maintenance every 1.5 to 2 years, compared to other forms of energy production such as natural gas and coal factories. They need maintenance more often, such as every 6 to 12 months. They need to be maintained and refueled. Another thing that makes nuclear energy so better than other forms of energy production are that they produce waste that can be contained safely and monitored, as well as they release less contaminants into the environment compared to other forms of energy production such as burning fuels and drilling for oil and burning natural gas. When you burn natural gas or release all those fumes into the air, you can't control that. Compared to nuclear energy, they monitor and contain the nuclear waste to make sure it doesn't harm anyone or anything, and that is their main priority, to keep everything safe and even the environment. And then World Nuclear reports that the only large-scale nuclear energy production technology that takes full responsibilities for all their waste and fully takes the cost of taking care of that waste into their product. So they have everything all calculated, how much it'll take to produce the energy as well as to handle the waste. And then nuclear energy is very cost efficient compared to other forms of energy production. In 2012, WeForm.org did a study. They took three forms of energy production, which were nuclear gas, natural gas, nuclear energy, and solar. And they found that nuclear energy was the second most cost efficient, costing $96.10 to produce the megawatt of energy. And natural gas was cheaper and solar was the most expensive. But when you compare the cost, when you outweigh the cost to the results that come to using those forms of energy, natural gas, it releases a lot of fumes into the air that we can't control, compared to nuclear energy, where we could control the waste and monitor it safely. And solar is highly reliant on the sun, and oftentimes it needs a backup source of energy, which could lead it to cost more money if we don't get enough sunlight, or it doesn't get enough sunlight to produce the energy it needs, as well as the batteries used to store the energy caught by the panels. They often need to be replaced every 3 to 4 years, and once they are replaced, they can no longer be used. They are not recyclable, so those go to waste. Those go to landfills, and oftentimes that is not monitored or controlled, so it's just leaving more waste that's harming the environment. All in all, when outweighing the costs to the benefits, nuclear energy seems to be the most efficient way of energy production for the future. It could be produced efficiently and more reliable than other forms, as well as, well, it being safer for the environment and for everyone when used the right way.